Have you ever wondered what would happen if you could see the divine light shining within every person you meet, even in those who appear different from you? Welcome to GitaSahasram. In the bustling city of Mumbai, lived a young woman named Meera. She worked as a social worker in the slums, her heart filled with compassion for the suffering she witnessed daily. But despite her noble profession, Meera carried within her heart the seeds of prejudice. She found herself judging people by their appearance, their background, their social status. One day, while helping a family affected by poverty, she met an elderly man named Guruji. His clothes were tattered, his appearance humble, yet his eyes held an otherworldly peace. Guruji smiled gently and said, "Beta, you serve others with your hands, but do you truly see them with your heart?" Meera was puzzled by his words. He continued, "The Upanishads teach us, Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that. The same divine consciousness that dwells in you, dwells in every being around you." Meera shook her head in confusion. "But Guruji, how can that be? Look at that man there, he smells bad, his clothes are dirty. How can the divine be in him?" Guruji's eyes sparkled with wisdom. "Child, you are looking at the outer garments. The Bhagavad Gita teaches us, Sarvbhutastham Atmanam, the self dwells in all beings." He pointed to a nearby temple. "Tell me, is the same lamp all burning in different lamps the same or different?" Meera thought for a moment. "It is the same oil, Guruji." "Exactly. The same divine consciousness, the Atman, burns in every heart. Rich or poor, clean or dirty, Hindu or Muslim, all are manifestations of the same eternal truth." But Meera argued, "Guruji, that criminal who steals, that man who hurts others, surely the divine cannot be in them too." Guruji nodded with understanding. "Beta, even when clouds cover the sun, does the sun stop shining? The divine light may be covered by ignorance, but it is always there." He shared a story from the Upanishads. A wave in the ocean may be dirty or clean, big or small, but it is still made of the same water. Similarly, all beings are waves in the ocean of consciousness. Days passed, and Meera pondered Guruji's words. She began to observe people differently, trying to see beyond their external appearance. One evening, while returning from work, she encountered a group of young men harassing a street vendor. Her old instincts said, "These are bad people, stay away." But then she remembered Guruji's words. She closed her eyes and whispered, "Tat Tvam Asi, you too are that divine consciousness, even if you cannot see it yourself." With courage born from this realization, she approached the young men. "Brothers, this uncle is trying to earn his daily bread. Can you help him instead of troubling him?" Something in her voice, her genuine respect for them, touched their hearts. They stopped their harassment and even helped the vendor arrange his goods. This was Meera's moment of divine realization. She understood that when we see the divine in others, we awaken the divine in them too. This is the greatest miracle of spiritual vision. The next day, she met Guruji again. "I understand now," she said with tears of joy. "The Bhagavad Gita verse you quoted, Sarvbhutani Chatmani, all beings exist in the self." Guruji smiled, "Yes, child." And the verse continues, "Ikshate yogayuktatma sarvatra samadarshana." The true yogi sees with equal vision everywhere. From that day forward, Meera's social work transformed. She no longer worked out of pity, but out of recognition of the divine dignity in every person she served. When she helped a sick patient, she saw Krishna himself lying there. When she taught a child, she saw the divine wisdom waiting to unfold. This was true seva, service to the divine. The Upanishads declare, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world is one family. Meera now lived this truth. Every person she met was a family member, deserving of love and respect. Her transformation was noticed by everyone. People who once felt judged by her now felt accepted. Her mere presence brought peace and healing to troubled hearts. One day, a wealthy businessman who had ignored her work before approached her. Meera ji, there is something different about you. You look at me the same way you look at the poorest person. She smiled gently, Sir, the Gita teaches us that the wise see the same self in a learned Brahman and a humble dog-eater. External differences are just temporary costumes. The businessman was so moved that he became her biggest supporter, funding her social work not as charity, but as worship of the divine present in all beings. As years passed, Meera's ashram became a beacon of hope. People from all communities came there, not just for help, but to experience the divine love that flows when we see all as one. In our modern world, we too face the challenge of prejudice. We judge people by their appearance, their religion, their social status. But the Gita offers us the same wisdom. When we practice seeing the divine in everyone, our relationships transform. Our workplace becomes a temple, our colleagues become family, our service becomes worship. The Upanishads teach us, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, all this is indeed Brahman. Every person we meet is a manifestation of the same divine consciousness that dwells within us. Start your own journey today. Before judging someone, pause and remember Tat Tvam Asi, you are that. The same divine spark that lights your heart, lights theirs too. Like Meera, you too can overcome prejudice through spiritual vision. See the divine in the rich and the poor, the educated and the illiterate, the saint and the sinner. When we truly understand that we are all waves in the same ocean of consciousness, compassion becomes our natural state. Love becomes our default response. Remember, every act of kindness is worship. Every moment of compassion is meditation. Every gesture of respect is a prayer to the divine that dwells in all. The Bhagavad Gita promises us, Yogayuktatma Sarvatra Samadarshana, the one united with the divine sees with equal vision everywhere. This is the goal of spiritual life. As you go through your day, practice this divine vision. See your family, your neighbors, your colleagues not as separate beings, but as different expressions of the same divine truth. This is the ultimate teaching of our scriptures, to see the unity in diversity, to find the eternal in the temporary, to recognize the divine in every human being. May you, like Meera, discover that the greatest social service is to see the divine in all. For when we change our vision, we change the world. Hare Krishna.